If you're like the person that I just had a coaching conversation with and you're pretty sick of status meetings that feel like you sit there for half an hour, everybody goes around in a circle justifying their existence, and you think that there's probably a better way to run these things, then keep watching this video because I want to give you the example that I gave him and how I like to think about and run those meetings. In fact, I am not a big fan of the whole round the grounds type format. I think that it ends up creating a very disjointed experience. An example of that would be, let's say that there's 4 different work items that we need to talk about. The reality is most work is collaborative. So there's probably multiple people in the room who are contributing to a single thing. And those people don't tend to talk at the same time. We tend to go in the circle, which means we talk about those 4 things in different orders. We hear about one thing, we hear about the other thing, then we go back to the previous thing, and it's very disjointed. You're doing mental gymnastics to kind of keep up with it. It's painful. So what do you do instead? Here's my preferred method. If you do need to have these types of meetings, and there's plenty of reasons for it, always challenge yourself as to why we need this, what purpose is it solving, but there are reasons for it. Then I am much more of a fan of the walk the wall type format. So the way that this works and where the name gets is back in pre-COVID days, we used to have physical walls where we used to have things on it. We used to be able to stand in front of that wall and we used to be able to start at the top and work our way down. Now, you can do this virtually, of course, just whatever tool that you're managing your work in, even if it has to be dot points on like a Notion page or something, or a Word doc or something, dot points of what the projects are, and then walk through those projects. So as we walk through it, if you want to add a little bit more structure to this, this is what I'm trying to get out of each of those items. I'm looking for 3 key things. I'm looking for a little bit of context and a little bit of an update on, what the hell's going on. What did I learn? New things, that type of stuff. Then I want to have an idea of what is remaining and how much time is remaining, right? So this is an idea that you can interweave if you want to, completely up to you. There's an element of psychological safety that needs to exist for this to work. But I like to do, whatever hours or time or days, whatever, do we think is remaining? So, this is you saying, giving an update on where things are at, and then saying, we have these things outstanding, and we think that's going to be about a week. Now, what I do is I don't write that down anywhere. We don't hold people to account to it. There's no shotgun to the back of your head that says, you said it was a week last week. Why isn't it not done? Again, psychological safety needs to exist. The reality is, between last week and this week, they could have learned a whole bunch of new stuff that has now made them change what is outstanding and what's left over. We do uncover new things, believe it or not. Surprises do happen. Ambiguity does exist. Uncertainty does exist. So it's not about you said it was a week last week and there's a week remaining. It's about, there's another week remaining. And hopefully if you did that first dot point, dot point 1 before going on to 2, if you did your first dot point really well, you would have explained that. You would have explained that we unearthed all these things and we're having trouble with this. And that's why we still think that there's about a week remaining, because we need to resolve those things. Which then brings me to the third and last point that I'm trying to tease out of that, which is, are there any issues or blockers or things that you need help with? All of those things are really just the same thing reframed in different ways, because if you're asking for help, you're really trying to hopefully uncover an issue or blocker or get help to unblock yourself. If you raise a blocker, the natural reaction is, how can we help you unblock that blocker? So it's all the same thing. But those 3 things go together. Do I have any issues? Yeah, how much time's remaining and what's going on, right? So we're just trying to cover those 3 things. They interweave together. If you then walk through the items, you get people to talk about those 3 things, you're going to have a much more effective meeting than this disjointed, around the grounds where everyone's trying to justify their existence, and it quite frankly sucks. But anyways, that's how I like to run things. Pretty keen to hear anybody else if you've got a better format or you found a better way. This is really where I've landed with things, and it's came up in a coaching conversation just now. I thought it was useful to record a video because it is something that has come up time and time again. And I just wanted to share, and I thought it would be funny to turn a camera on, put a microphone in front of my face, and just talk and record to myself in a room, because that's what I do with videos these days. If you made it this far and you found that entertaining, let me know. I'll keep it there. I'm going to just kill it. I don't know. I'm just having one of those days. I'm going to go for a run is what I'm going to do. Ciao. I'll see you later. Thanks.